As a relationship manager, I frequently get emails from our back offices, and in this case I received one from Chase, who sells our annuities. They were asking for a customer that they had, if we were able to provide this customer a statement in Braille.
Their eyesight was failing, and were now unable to read these paper statements that they received from us.
I said, let me look into it, and we'll get back to you. The first person I go to is Eileen.
I work with a vendor in Connecticut to make sure these statements get out the door in the timely manner, and also correct data on the statements.
She was probably the best one to go to DST and ask them, what have other customers dealt with? How have they been able to resolve this particular issue?
Mary and I talked a little bit about, maybe some ideas of some things to look at, but Eileen had already headed down that path.
She stayed on that question with them.
She really hammered it, really dug deep,
I have a question regarding
continued to probe. She was not going to take no, that she just wanted to continue and do what's right for this customer.
I'm very customer oriented. I always have been, and he should definitely have a statement. Statements are sent to the vendor. Gave me the name of Metrolina Association for the Blind, and then I contacted them. Had a couple meetings and just pricing and how the whole process works.
She worked very diligently to make sure that we put a plan in place so that going forward, this customer was able to get their statement in a timely manner. The effort that she puts in to make sure that customers get the right information and get clear and concise information on those annual statements is second to none.
It's not just a piece of paper. It really is kind of the lifeline and perhaps the retirement security for this particular individual. And that's really why I think, even though it's one customer, it all comes from a point of being empathetic.
It's how Protective does business. They always have the customer in their mind. If it affects a couple 100,000, great. But in this case, it was only one, and they still went out and took care of this customer.
It's an excellent example of simplify everything. I don't know how much more simple you can make for someone who's not able to read a paper statement to translate it into Braille, into something that's easier for them.
I imagine that them being able to receive the statement now is something that they greatly appreciate, in the fact that they wouldn't need somebody to sit there and read it to them.
That's definitely doing the right thing, is providing this customer a statement that he can understand and read. I did present it in our core team, to get the word out that it is available.
If there are salespeople or there's people on the phones that hear about someone needing this format provided to them, they can then offer that up to them. And then we would do the same that we do for this customer.
Don't know if exciting is the right word, but it was pretty, I enjoyed working on it just to try to help this one customer.
I'm really tickled with Eileen and her persistence. I'm delighted that she unearthed this opportunity. I'm delighted that she went out on her own to do some industry research. She's had a chance now to showcase just how focused on the customer she is.
This doesn't happen without Eileen. She had the thought of, this is only one customer, but they are our customer. So we have to do what's right for them and get this for them.